All right. What's good? What's good? What's good? You tune in Apartment 5B podcast hosted by your man Kill. As always, my squad is with me. Ladies first. Porsche, what's good, miss?
Not a whole lot, Kel. How are you?
No doubt everything is good. I don't know how this has happened. Me and this nigga JR are twinning today. I don't know.
You had to add the extra nigga in there. You have to add the extra nigga in there. No, go to somebody else. Go to somebody
else. I call everybody nigga, man.
Try that again. We're not gonna do this tonight.
What do we do? I call everybody nigga.
Wait a minute. Do you ever say this nigga? He was like, oh, this nigga. Like, it's on some bullshit. Like, nah, yo. You ain't gonna play me like that tonight, yo.
Ren and 10, the hip hop Dalmatian about
to break up. Ren and 10, the hip hop Dalmatians. God damn. I apologize. This young African American brother and me are twinning, so we don't do nigga. So this young African American brother, this R&B genius, and I are twinning tonight. I apologize. I know Steve Nash got the job. I'm sorry that a white man got a head coaching job over like 28 black men with no coaching experience. I understand that it's racist, so I apologize. JR, what's going on, good brother?
What's up? What's up? Ain't nothing. Good to see y'all.
Vern, what's going on? ATL, what's good, brother?
Man, glad to be here, bro. This is like JR said, this is like a reprieve for me to step away from the madness for a minute, man, to laugh and joke with my people. So I'm enjoying it. Looking forward to it.
DJ Raekwon, what's good, bro?
The girl is mine, man. I'm sorry.
Yo, man, start with the red and 10.
Oh my
God. I'm good, man. I couldn't hold it, man. I'm good. I'm good.
Yo, the funny part was when we first got on, he got up to leave as if he was going to change, and then he came right back. I was like, okay,
I paid money for this shirt. Screw that.
But you said you was going to go change, and then you came right back. But
no, I actually went to go pour me another drink, to be honest. So,
I got you. And for the first time chopping it up with us today, my man Sylvester, we always on the timeline. Today's show actually came from something that he sent me, so definitely wanted to invite him out. What's going on, good brother?
Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's an honor to be here. Appreciate it.
Good looking for always tuning in and supporting us. So, look, we getting right into this. So what happened was Sylvester sent me a joint one day, and he was playing the Jungle Brothers, Feeling All Right, off the Done by Forces of Nature album, which to me is a 5-mic album that nobody talks about, and it's one of my favorite songs, and that song makes me so happy. Like, if I'm having a bad day, I just go right into JB's Feeling All Right, and just from that tweet, it had me thinking, like, yo, what are the songs that get us happy? When we having a bad day, what do you throw on? What are the songs that kind of, maybe put you in a somber mood or something like that? Or what songs that get you hyped? Right, you used to hoop. So, what are them songs that get you hyped before you about to, go to a game? Or Vern, I done seen you talking about to play something before you go to a board meet, So this whole week is just all about songs that bring out emotion in us. Let me get my brother Eddie up in here. Ed, what's good, man?
Yeah, I'm good.
Right,
sorry about that, man. Trying to get my kids settled and all that, So.
Good brother, it's all brother. Yes, here's the thing, man. I'm an adult and I'm zoomed out. I've been on Zoom for the past 5 months, 2-3 meetings a day. It's a punishment to have these little kids in front of Zoom 3, 4, 5, 6 times a day. Hours a day, every day. So, man, no explanation needed. Nay is bummed out and she's 14, so I can only imagine Gray being 5 how that is. So no apologies necessary. So let's jump right into it. For one of the few times in life, I'm gonna go first because I really enjoyed this joint. It was really digging in the crates. The songs that make me happy, I got hip hop and R&B. So the first song I got that always makes me happy, no matter what kind of mood I am, is Lucchini by Camp Lo.
That's my first one too.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yo, if Lucchini comes on and you don't smile, nigga, you the feds.
Yeah.
You are the feds. I don't trust you. Get out of my house, get out of my car, get far away. I beseech you, like, get away from me. Because if Lucchini comes on and you do not smile and you do not get hype and the hand doesn't go up, I don't want your energy around. You know what I mean? The first time they sent us that 12-inch at 889 and we put that on, we was like, yo, this song is bananas. Like, and we just kept playing it back to back to back. So if Lucchini doesn't get you hyped, I don't know what is. The second one, like I said, Feeling All Right off the Jungle Brothers, second album done by the Forces of Nature. That takes me back to 10th grade. I was working in Cheltenham Square Mall in Philly at Foot Locker. My man Marv came in and put that CD in. And this is 90. So CDs just came out. He put the CD in. Feeling All Right came on, and it was just like, just a feel good. It always lifts me up, always lifts my spirit. Next one, a lot of people haven't heard this, so folk will go out there and do your homework. Life is Good by Mos Def. This joint is off DJ Dexstream's album called Soundtracks 2. I forgot how I came across this song. It's just Mos Def in his bag. When you close your eyes and you think of Mos Def, that is what this song is. It's that Mos Def. It's just it, and life is good. Like, again, if you are having a hard day, put on this song. I dare you that it won't make you smile. Here's a funny one. Funky for You by Nice and Smooth. Yo, when that comes on with Dizzy Gillespie plays the sax, it's a fucked up line from the beginning, but it didn't even matter. It was just like, yo, you could have said Dizzy Gillespie plays the piano. Still a dope song to this day. I love how Primo took such a happy song with Stick Up Kids Is Out the Tax and then flipped it into making it, you know, Just to Get a Rep, which is one of the dirtiest, my favorite Gangstar song ever. But Funky for You comes on, you are getting a smile out of me in a heartbeat. The last one, and this is going to be bugged. If you weren't around during these times at parties or at clubs, you're going to look at me like you're crazy. Naughty by Nature's Hip Hop Hooray.
Yeah,
when Hip Hop Hooray came out. Yeah. This is 93, but I'm just saying, like, some people may have not been. I remember being a freshman at Morgan, and they would play this song, and the whole crowd, I don't care, thugs, whatever you was, your hands was in the air, hey, ho, like, there was nobody trying to play hard, there was no, and again, Tretch is just so nasty. I don't know if there's another MC who can make commercial songs, but still be spitting the whole entire song, because yo, Tretch is just a monster. So those are my hip hop joints that make me happy. These are my R&B. JR, you will enjoy this. You Remind Me by Mary J. Blige. You put on You Remind Me. You're always gonna get a smile out of me. It's always gonna put me in a good mood. Right Here, the remix by SWV with the Human Nature remix. Again, same thing. Going old school. Mama Used to Say by Junior. That song right there will always just takes me back to my childhood, riding in the car with my pop. Mama Used to Say will always put a smile on my face. What a Fool Believes by the Doobie Brothers. If folk out there don't know who the Doobie Brothers are, really,
tell them to watch What's Happening in the rerun episode.
You talking That's the first time I knew what a bootleg was. I'm like, what do you mean bootlegging? Like, that was the introduction of what bootlegging was. If you don't know the Doobie Brothers, please do the research. Michael McDonald was in the group. If you don't know Michael McDonald, but you know Regulate by Warren G, then you know Michael McDonald, and then you know the Doobie Brothers. So it's all 6 degrees separation. Check that out. Never Too Much by Luther Vandross will always put a smile on my face no matter what. And the last joint is Optimistic by the Sounds of Blackness. I don't care if you have gotten, you would probably have to have like 8 or 9 bad things happen. Like, you got laid off, you got herpes, you got your wife left you. Like, you have literally had the day from hell for you to be able to put Optimistic and still be in a bad mood. Like, even with herpes, you may be able to smile for a good 3 minutes. Even with herpes, with Optimistic, you gotta smile. Like,
I'm done.
I'm just saying, even Usher smiles when Optimistic comes on. So at the end of the day, yo, y'all said y'all wanted to laugh. Y'all said y'all had some bad weeks. It was a rough week, right? It was a rough week. Y'all said y'all wanted to laugh. Let's laugh. So yes, even when Optimistic comes on. So those are my songs that make me happy. Porsche, ladies first. What do you have on the hip hop side that makes you happy?
Okay, I got I tried to stay away from like the obvious ones. But anyways, my first one is X Gonna Give It to You by DMX.
Okay.
I love that song. I think it's just the energy. DMX always comes with this like, energy on his songs. Some of them are not so upbeat, but this one to me is like perfect for like the gym. It's one of those all around. Like it gets you hype, it makes you happy. Love that joint. Wu-Tang Clan, Ain't Nothing to F With. I love that one too. Same high energy. Sort of, everybody sort of together in that. I love it. Big Bank by Crit and T.I. I was listening to Crit's joint the other day, and I was like, this song is just a whole entire vibe. It's so perfectly the South that it just puts me in a good mood, honestly. I love it. Rule by Nas. I always talk about this song. It's one of my favorites off Stillmatic. I love Amory. I love that they cover Tears for Fears. The song always, I don't care what's happening, will make me happy. And you know what? You Don't Know by Jay-Z. I don't talk about Jay enough. People think I hate Jay-Z. I don't. I love him. But that song is, and I think it's the way he sort of goes back and forth with the beat and it's just all around a good song for me. I love Jay's energy. I love the lyrics. I love his flow. It's just such a good song to listen to. It's just engaging. Everything about it is dope. Jay is phenomenal for that. So those are mine.
All right, no doubt. Real quick, shameless plug, since me and JR have on the shirt. My man Grab Lover, the youngest soul brother, Pete Rock's little brother. New t-shirt line out, down with Roddy Rod, Humble Monarch. You see he took the Beatles and ran with it, because I think everybody but Bezo's name is on this shirt. He got the Heavy D, Trouble T Roy, Al B. Shore, Eddie F, G Wiz, Pete Rock, CL Smooth, Grab Lover, Robbo, Jeff Red, Encase. Like, I could put the screen down and you still can't see all the names that are on this shirt. But,
and mine's on the way. I can't wait till I get mine.
All right, but definitely humblemonarch.com. Support Grab Lover. You see me and JR have Porsche has her on the way. It would have been stupid if all three of us had this on.
Then we would have
what would have had to have. We would have had to form a rap group then.
I know, and if I had it, I would have probably worn it today too.
Right,
so,
and then we'd have to form a rap group with me doing the beats, JR singing, and you rapping. So
sure.
Then we'd have to come up with a name for the group. So we gotta figure that out. Sylvester, this was your idea. This was your brainchild. What are the 5 hip hop songs that you have that get you hyped, good brother?
Appreciate that. So basically, mine are kind of mixed between R&B and hip hop, and I got the song that I guess kind of got me a seat on the couch, if you will. That's Feeling All Right.
Yes, sir.
Jungle Brothers. And then I got New Edition, If It Isn't Love.
Mm-hmm.
I went with Nappy Roots.
Oh,
Good day.
man.
You play that. I mean, I don't care what kind of mood you're in. It's destined to change. I got Cheryl Lynn, Encore. Big flow song.
Good one.
Yeah.
Good one.
And then this one, my last one's gonna be a little bit different, but I don't know. It makes me happy when I hear it. That's
Hey, that's what it's all about, good brother.
Amy Winehouse, Tears Dry on Their Own.
Come on,
that song, man. It just does something for me, man. I don't know. Call me crazy, call me weird, but she had a real soulful voice, and man, rest in peace, Amy Winehouse. But I really enjoy that song.
Tears Dry on Their Own is such an incredible song, because when you're taking Marvin and Tammy and being able to make such a classic song and being able to make it your own, you know what I mean? Like, that's
right.
One of the very few songs, and it's funny because during the Brandy battle with Monica, when Monica came out with she set it off with, I want to say
everything to me.
Everything, and then she came back with A Dozen Roses. And I'm like, yo, they both jacks. Like, when I put on both those songs, all I want to do is hear Silly by Denise Williams and Curtis Mayfield's. What is it, JR? You know my brain ain't working. The Makings of You. JR's pissed at me for some reason. I don't know why.
No.
Okay. The look on your face was just like, what you about to say about Brandy? I'm like, no, I'm talking about Monica. So this ain't got nothing to do with Brandy. But those two songs just instantly make me want to go back and hear the original. So I'm like, Monica, you starting off on a bad foot. Like both of the first joints you starting off with are sample jacks. Like, you know, but when I hear the Tears Dry on Their Own, I never feel like, oh damn, let me go listen to Marvin and Tammy. Like it's literally Amy made it her own song. So it's not like that. And that's a huge testament because you're remaking Marvin Gaye and Tammy Terrell. Like, so that was just bananas to me. So great pick, good brother. Great pick. Yo, matter of fact, who you got on your shirt? You got, I see DJ Red Alert. Who else you got?
Oh, this is I don't know if y'all can see it. This red.
Okay. DJ Red Alert, DJ
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
The
you
alert.
got the B John. You got the Fresh Radio John. I see you.
Okay, that's dope. That's dope.
Appreciate that.
Yeah.
All right, bro. Who you got for your 5 joints, good bro?
I'm gonna do like you. I'm gonna do 5 hip hop, but then you just made me do 5 R&B real quick. So,
all right.
Let me see. One to Grow On by the UMCs.
Yes,
That whole album, man, it just brings back such great times. I didn't trust my Ford Escort to get me from Atlanta to Athens to go hang out with my boys. So I used to hop the Greyhound, had my Walkman on, and used to bump that Fruits of Nature tape. Southern Playalistic by Outkast, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the Spark Off album. You know, I remember them from not being signed all the way to, jumping off. And that song, I mean, it makes me feel good. I like to drive around when the sky, when Dre said Atlanta skies be blue, it just brings good feelings. Official off of Q-Tip's The Renaissance album. The way that mug bounced, man, just, just makes me feel
Yo.
And then year high school. One more, a roller skating jam called Saturday by De La Soul. So real quick, Isley Brothers, For the Love of You. September / Sing the Song by Earth, Wind and Fire. All I Do by Stevie Wonder. This One Thing by A. Marie. And Raspberry Beret by Prince.
Oh shit.
Okay. Yeah, that September
Our
is
band
just
used to play
universal.
that. Our band used to play Raspberry Beret in junior high school in Gary.
That's what's up. JR, the R&B guru, an R&B representative. What you got for yours, good brother?
Okay, well, I got my first joint is I Love the Dough by Big and Jay. It just reminds me when we first heard it and my dad was blasting it when we was headed to Brooklyn to go home. Troy, We Can Get Down by Tribe Called Quest.
Yo, how did I know Portia was gonna pop back into the picture? Like her camera was off. And you said Troy, and it was like bam, like
Bam.
You said Troy. Like literally, you said what?
I didn't say Troy because I thought it was so predictable of me.
I knew I figured she was gonna say it.
And so when I heard it, I was like, it made my heart happy. Honestly,
I mean, it literally like you just came back in, like you was gone, and then you like as soon as he said Troy
makes my heart smile. Like I can't explain it.
That's
So
my
thank you,
favorite
JR.
album ever, so. And then Baby Be Mine by Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's crazy you said rule because Everybody Wants to Rule the World by Tears for Fears. If I Can Build My World Around You, Marvin and Tammy. And y'all gonna laugh at this one. But For All My Niggas and Bitches by Snoop.
Hey, that's a dope joint, though.
It's a dope joint, but I was like,
why does that make you happy, Jay?
I apologize because I just got in trouble for calling you this nigga, but you just call all my bitches and all my niggas makes you happy. So I'm just a little intrigued.
Because that song really taught me how to curse.
Okay, cool. Well, there we go. Mic drop.
Anytime I listen to that song, I just smile because I was like 7 years old trying to mumble it, and by mistake I got caught, and my mom had to slap me in my face for real. So every time I think about that, I'd be like, "Yo, thanks to Snoop, I'm a very great cursor." So
okay. Just like that time with in that Kevin Hart stand-up when he said he wrote the note, that mom wrote the note, and he was like, "My mother told me to tell you." Like I'm gonna be a professional curse. Like it's about to go down today, y'all, on the bus. It's about to go down. Okay, cool. Rack, what you got for yours, man?
What we doing? Happy?
Happy.
All right, so I based a lot of my happy joints on just when I was hooping, and you know, when you hoop, you got to get into a mood. I don't know about y'all, but you got to be in a certain mood. You can't be too high, you can't be too low. Me personally, if I was too hype, I was gonna have a bad game. So these are the joints that kind of just, you know, as I'm riding to the game, keep me, you know, up and down. So the wig.
Let me interrupt you for a second. You said it as if I've hooped before. Let me explain to you what my hoop background was in Philadelphia. I was the best dressed nigga on the court. By far. If you ask anybody about my hoop game, it's like, yo, if I scored one basket, I was good. I did my part. I have contributed. What Milk say? My contribution to this jam was that basket right there. And anybody will tell you I had the polo water bottle. I had a polo tie. I had a polo. I was the best dressed nigga on the court by far, easily. Like if they get an MVP on who's the best nigga, I win hands down. We go to any hood, I'm taking home the chip for the best dressed nigga on the court. Easily. So just let you know, when I was going to the games to get hype, I was already hyped when I got dressed. That was my going to the game, was me getting dressed to then get in the car. But ask anybody on the timeline from Philly will tell you by all kills the MVP of who could look the best on the court. So back to what you were saying, right?
You know, you take those rides to the game, you got to get right. So for me, it was DeWitt. I mean, I ain't got to say nothing about that. That bass line drop, and he hit you with them drums.
Yeah.
So DeWitt would start it off. Let me ride. Let me explain. Dr. Dre. If you've never been to California in the 90s, that was the perfect visual of what it was to us being from the East Coast who had never been to LA.
Yeah.
I don't know who wrote it, but kudos to you if you wrote it. If Dre didn't write that, kudos to you, because that shit is the best shit I've ever heard from a standpoint of just laying down what LA looks like in the 90s. And it's just a beautiful song to me. Number 3, Rock This Funky Joint. PRT. Being a kid from New York, moving to Jersey, that's a culture shock. And that was the first time I saw Jersey come together for something other than some bullshit. When it came to PRT, that was it. Like you saw everybody come out for something they was doing. And that joint, if you see the video, that's truly what it was when somebody would play Rock This Funky Joint. Like everybody's just like, oh! People, grandfathers coming out the woodworks. 3rd, Manifest. This is the first by Gangstar. This is the first song that I heard by Gangstar at 10 years old that I would listen to before I would go to my little 10 and under games. I'd be in the living room doing the Running Man to this joint, and I would be hyped. And that's when I realized I had to calm down. I couldn't really check it too much because I'd be in that joint getting it. And my mother would shake her head like, this boy's crazy. But I go to the game and I have a good game. So that song just always stuck with me. I love that song. The last one, To Calm Me the Fuck Down, because I'll be on the bus hype as shit. Umi Says, junior year college, that shit came out, man. And I needed something to just wean me down because y'all know I'm a hype individual. That Umi Says, man, I dropped 30 listening to that joint. Easy. So those were the songs just from my basketball career that made me happy and kept me even killed because I was a hyper kid growing up, man.
Right. And here's the thing for everybody out there watching this boy, Rec. How tall are you? 6'7"?
Nah, man, I'm 6'5", man.
6'5", same shit to me. So I mean, you don't see it with him sitting down, but when you posted a picture of something, and I was like,
yeah, me and my man, the credit dude, he's from Jersey too.
Yeah, I'm like, yo, this dude like fucking Penny Hardaway out here. Like you don't see that with him sitting down on the couch, but this dude is tall. Vern, you about to say something?
Shout out. You said, I got a shout out. And you said, I was in 10th grade. Back, this chick from Jersey, Tahisha Simone Green, Puerto Rican and black, the PRT, green
You
eye.
still here? You still here?
Yeah, you took me back with that PRT, but yeah,
Bro,
that was dangerous.
That PRT, man, that thing was hitting.
Yeah, man.
Because we didn't have nobody from Jersey like that.
Mhm.
Latifah was her own thing, but to have something else, and they were speaking to the culture.
Yeah.
And then the other thing about PRT is that's South Jersey. Like Latifah is North Jersey.
Trenton is what you would consider Central Jersey. It's not
Yeah.
South. Anybody in Trenton, if you
It
ask them they from South Jersey, they'd be ready to fight.
Yeah.
Okay.
They'd be ready to fight.
Yeah.
Camden is South Jersey. Trenton is literally in the middle. When you're going down
That's
Turnpike,
it's like Middlesex.
yeah, exactly,
Okay.
exactly. Middlesex is the last county, and then from there you hit Mercer County.
Yeah.
Okay.
You hit Mercer County. Don't ever.
My apologies. I know Dominicans and Puerto Ricans. No, I
Correct.
apologize.
Correct.
Yeah.
I apologize.
We'll get
No
upset.
disrespect. No disrespect. Eddie, what you got for your good feeling joints?
All right, so my good feeling, I got some R&B. I don't have R&B for all the categories, but for this, I just jotted some down. All right, but I'm gonna start with my hip hop. Just like Rec, I got Dwick. It's self-explanatory, man. Just the whole joint, man. From the way the drums start off, and all that. Then I got a War Tour by a Tribe Called Quest. I mean, it's the same, like as far as like the way Dwick starts with that bass line, you know, is the way a War Tour starts with them, you know, whatever, yeah. Bum, bum, bum. And then I got the Buddy remix. That's my third joint, the Buddy remix. You know what I mean? Like, you can't help but smile at that. I mean, it's a feel-good joint, you know, the whole thing. My 4, I got Still Not a Player, Big Pun and Joe. And then Lucchini, This Is It. You know, like Hill mentioned, that was his first joint. I mean, I agree, man. Like, if you ain't feeling that joint when that comes on, there's something wrong with you.
You need some amaretto.
That's what I'm drinking now.
See that? See? Look at God. Look at God. And how
Won't he do it?
won't he do it? Yes, won't he do it? Yes, he will. Won't he will? Won't he will? Won't he will? Won't he will?
And then real quick, my R&B joints. I'll go through them quick. I got Be Here, Raphael Sadiq, and D'Angelo.
Bless you.
I got Moment in Life. That's Muzik Soul Child, Kindred, and CeeLo. That joint. What's up?
JR, you know he can't
No,
see
Tim, let him finish.
you the one who passed out on the couch. You the one who just had a stroke. You talking about let him finish, nigga? You just had a stroke. You had a stroke on the couch, nigga. I'm concerned. That's all. No, young brother. Young brother. I'm concerned. Not nigga. Young brother. I'm concerned. I apologize, young brother. How to Black Lives
I got
Matter.
that joint. I got that joint. I got A Lovely Day by Bill Withers. I got PYT, Michael Jackson. And I got To Give It Up, Marvin Gaye.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Right on point, boy.
There you go. There you go. You know, and again, I thank Sylvester for this idea because I mean, with everything going on with COVID, with all the deaths, I mean, you need some music to make you happy. Like, you know, I mean, more, you know, you need this. So, you know, prayerfully this will get everybody thinking like, what are the songs that make you happy? And prayerfully you'll get them in your rotation and everything like that. All right, boom. I'm gonna go to mine, and I really couldn't find hip hop songs that make me sad, but I could find some that. Would you say somber?
Yeah, I'm glad you said somber because I
couldn't really find anything that made me sad, but somber. Here's the flip. Troy is a very somber song to me. Like I love it, but I can't listen to it every day or a lot because you know I remember Trouble T-Roy died. Like, you know what I mean? I forgot how I got the information, whether it was off the radio or whatever it was. But, like, I remember that and just being like damn. Like, yeah, what's funny, man?
No, Portia had the extra blanks when you said drug.
What?
No, let me explain. I get it. It is a somber song. It's not like you shouldn't be overjoyed listening to it, but it's just, I think, anyways, continue. It's just, I get it.
And I mean, it's one of those songs that is one of the greatest songs ever. I mean, period, to me, of any genre. But just for me personally, I can't listen to it a lot. Like, I may not listen. If it's not a Pete Rock mix, I don't think I even play Troy like that. You know what I mean? Because it takes me mentally. Like I said, I remember hearing the Trouble T-Roy died, you know, and it being like, yo, he fell off the stage. Like, yo, who died? Like, and I'm probably 15 or 16. So, and again, this ain't hip hop now where rappers are dying every day. This was hip hop when, like, probably before Trouble T-Roy was probably Scott. Scott LaRock was like 89. Trouble T-Roy may have been like 90, 91. So, you know, for me, it's a dope song, but it's like when Grat talks about the session, like people were in there crying making that song. Yeah. Like, you know, so for me, Troy is like that. Millie pulled a pistol on Sam off of De La Soul is Dead. If people have never heard it, it's a song about a father molesting his daughter. Very somber song. But again, what I loved about hip hop during these days, at least, is that a very somber song could be a very dope song. The beat is incredible. I love it. You know, so it's not one of them songs like, damn, you know, whatever. All That I Got by Ghostface and Mary J. You know what I mean? Just a song that just always tugs on your soul and everything like that. I don't know a lot of people, if people heard this joint. I stuck with albums. So let me see. It's over here. It was off of Evidences. This ain't Cats and Dogs. This is good Lord, man, my brain. Whether or Not. Yeah. And he's got a song on here called By My Side Too. And it's basically a song that he's talking about his wife, well, not his wife, his girlfriend and his child's mother died of cancer. Yeah. So it's basically him explaining to you, like, what he's going through, having to hold her hand while, you know, she's going through chemo and everything like that. What you gonna say?
I was gonna say at the point where he put out that song, I don't think she had died yet. Like, she wind up, like, we found out about it afterwards. I remember on the timeline, everyone was like, you know, sorry for your loss and all that. But I think that joint on the album had came out before, like, and she was dealing with the cancer and all that. But I don't think that, I think that was before she died.
All right, true. Well, I mean, to me, it was just sad to just hear about, you know, her having to go through the chemo and everything like that. Another one I got, Joe Budden's Only Human. Now, I know the timeline is very cut in the middle of Joe Budden, so I just want to say a couple of the words. The first verse, and you know what Joe's first verse could be 188 verses, but one of the things that stood out to me, you know, the first verse is about him and his drug addiction. He's talking about his mother. She said, my friends want to have an intervention with me. I speak to niggas daily. That was never mentioned to me. She said that there's a higher power and a lower power, and that I'll die if I don't find the strength to overpower. Then I replied, well, aren't we all? She said, yeah, but that should be on God's terms, not yours. You know what I mean? So again, whether people want to admit to it or not, with this COVID stuff, there's a lot of depression going on. And I always talk about depression in the hood, but this is just real life depression. Shit, I'm fighting depression right now. Nigga, I was supposed to be in Cancun this summer. I was supposed to be in Chicago. I was supposed to be in LA. I was supposed to be on an award tour this summer. You know, we go to Ocean City every year. We ain't been nowhere this year. I've been to Giant. You know what I mean? So everybody is dealing with some type of depression. And if you aren't, praise God, because, you know, whether it's a 10, I look at everything in levels in life. You know, because you have people say, I ain't depressed. Nigga, I ain't said you ready to kill yourself. I ain't said you a 10, but you may be a 1. You may be like, yo, come on, I want to go see my friends or whatever. The second verse he has in the song is about basically about, I'm sorry, the first verse was about drugs. Second verse was about suicide. He said something like, what he said, I wrote, the chick Kaylin, if you pay attention, Kaylin was one of his ex-girlfriends. She said, you know, I know not too many people know your brain's a mess. Who knew that she was keeping track of it all? I wrote back, LOL, but wasn't laughing at all. I ain't tell her just the other day that the gun was in my lap, pen and pad in my hand, and I was writing a note. Didn't get far. As soon as I wrote down mom, I just stopped. Couldn't lie to it. Couldn't figure out how to say bye to her. Couldn't explain the why to her. Couldn't picture her getting a call, somebody saying her son had died to her. And shortly after that, my pastor called. which at first I kind of thought it was weird, but that convo preserved me about God's grace and mercy. He didn't even say goodbye. He said, let us pray. You know what I mean? So I know a lot of people out there don't like Joe for the simple fact that he's like, I don't give a fuck about all this nigga business and everything like that. At 46, I do care about your business. I'll take not your business like I'm nosy, but I will always take adult contemporary hip hop over bar hip hop any day. So and then the last joint I got for hip hop is The Cap by Conway the Machine. Now, this is if you've never heard this song, it's a deep song. Check it out, but then go see him. Like, go to YouTube and go to the live version of him performing it. Like, every time I've seen Conway probably about 5 times. Anytime he does this song, he breaks down into tears every time. And the verse is said, I needed Weston Derringer, I couldn't do it alone. Remember that fuck nigga pulled up using his chrome, hit me in the back of my head and my neck. I should have died, nigga. I feel like my nigga Dunce kept me alive, nigga. Slapping my face like, bro, open your eyes, nigga. Shaking my head like, fuck that, you can't die, nigga. Only real shit that I provide, nigga. I wrote this shit with tears in my eyes, nigga. Now they got me considered top 5, nigga. You hearing my shit, is you surprised, nigga? You know what's funny? I wanted to quit. After I got shot in my head and I see my face, I'm like, I'm done with this shit. Trying to spit my verses and I'm mumbling and shit. Face twisted up, looking ugly and shit. That Bell palsy had me looking like I had a stroke, but every bar raw is like a slab of coke. So just check that out. Very dope song. Like I said, very emotional song. On the R&B front of songs that make me sad, I'll start off with something that people will probably laugh at. Stacey Lassaw's Love on a Two-Way Street. Now, I know people are thinking, yo, how did Love on a Two-Way Street make you sad? Keep in mind, this song came out in 19...
What she do to you, man?
Yeah.
Nah, it's not even about that. Yo, I'm 7 years old when this song comes out.
Okay.
And I'm living on my grandmother's block. If y'all can envision 1981, this is when the whole block, your block was family. You know what I mean? And they would be outside playing Love on a Two-Way Street. Remember, I'm 7. So I thought that Shorty got picked up by a dude on her street and then he left her on the highway. I thought, like, and I'm like, at 7 years old, I'm like, yo, what kind of nigga would do that shit? Like, why would you scoop this Shorty up and then put her and then leave her on the highway? So for years, that song would make me sad because I'm like, yo, you don't treat women like that. Like, you know what I mean? You don't pick up a young lady from a house and then leave her on the highway. Like, who does that? So for years, and to this day, I smile now, but it still kind of makes me sad because I remember like the older girls being out on the block singing it with all their heart. And I'm like, yo, why are y'all fucking like supporting getting left? Like, so that's that. I Miss You by Aaron Hall. And it was that video. The video when the girl died in the video. Before you saw the video, you were like, oh, this is a cool song. You know, your girl left you, cool, you get over it. But then in the video when she died, it was like, yo, that's sad as hell. Vern, you may know and like this one, When Your Life Was Low by Layla Hathaway.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Word. And basically the premise of the song is, you know, and this happens to a lot of women. I apologize on the behalf of young black brothers everywhere. I'm watching my mouth right now. Young black brothers around the country, what we put y'all through. Basically the premise is a woman picks up a man when his life was low. He gets his shit together and he jets.
Yep.
That's basically the premise. She says, always remember, my friend, the world will change again and you will have to come back through everything you've been. When your life was low, you had nowhere to go. People turned their backs on you and everyone said you were through. I took you in. I made you strong again, put you back together out of all the dreams you left along the way. But now you're shining and now you're doing well. From stories I hear tell, you own the world again. Everyone's your friend. Although I never hear from you, still it's nice to know you used to love me so. When Your Life Was Low. That's a sad ass song. Why? Because niggas do it every day. It's not funny, but it's just like, yo. And one of my homeboys actually cut me off because he was doing some sucker shit, and I'm like, yo, bro, your girl held you down, and it was like I've never been the boy to just co-sign bullshit. So it was just like, yo, like, how do you leave her? Another sad song, Thinking of You, Lenny Kravitz. This is basically a song dedicated to his mother passing away, Roxy Rock Broker. Some of the words, tell me, mama, is life a better change? Would you live your life the same or come back and rearrange? Tell me, mama, how is freedom? Tell me, mama, are there great big brass parades? Does the sun shine night and day? Tell me, mama, no more sleeping. Tell me, mama, no more weeping. I'm thinking of you and all the things you wanted me to do, and I'm trying now. Next up, JR and me talk about this song all this time. To be honest, her whole discography is sad as hell. Phyllis Hyman, Living All Alone. I remember when Phyllis Hyman passed away, I was at my man Malik's house, and his mom and some of her friends were over there. Yo, you would have thought, like, I don't know, like Biggie or Pop just died. Like, but Phyllis Hyman was probably their Mary J. Blige for them. You know what I mean? And it was deep. If you've never heard Living All Alone, there used to be a time when we were lovers and we shared this apartment together, just us two. I think about how we planned to get married, saying of love, how I used to know you well. The next verse, now I love what my life is, and it's a mellow world. I'm not even saying I'm a different girl. Yesterday I was somebody's baby. Now today I'm a woman on my own. That bar right there has always got me. Like, yo, yesterday I had somebody. Now I'm by myself, living all alone. The last one, How Can I Ease the Pain by Lisa Fisher. Again, these are just breakup songs, somber songs. So that was me. Porsche, what do you have up for hip hop songs that make you feel somber?
Okay, I got I don't know why I'm smiling. These songs actually like make me cry.
Which is like, hey, guess what, y'all? This is the song that makes me the saddest in the world, y'all. Everybody.
I know. I actually like can't listen to them without shedding tears. So I got Letter to Big by Jadakiss. That song just, I feel like it's so it's coming from such a place of loss. Like Big was a really big life to lose, you know. He was just at the peak of his career, and obviously he was holding everybody down and he was putting people on, and he was doing a lot of really great things, I feel like. And for him to just go so suddenly, and then to hear Jada like put this in a song, I was like, oh my God, every time I hear it, I like relive hearing the news that Big passed away, and everything he says in it is like literally like he's talking to his best friend, you know. And I can't, like, it's just so sad for me. You said it, All That I Got Is You. That one that one is just crazy, and the video just makes it that much more insane because Ghost's face, like just everything about it is just so emotional. I have Tears by Wu-Tang as well. That one, same thing. It's got that gritty sort of sound. It's just the instrumental alone. That sample is a sad sample anyway. And then just everything, the lyrics amplify it. I got Renee by Lost Boys. That one, like, people always say like, oh, it's my favorite love song, and I'm like, but she dies. Like, she's not living. What do you mean? I think I was talking about like, oh, these are the songs I would play at my wedding, and I was like, The Light, you know, Mary and Method Man, and then someone's like, what about Renee? And I'm like, but she dies. Like, what are you talking about? Get out of here.
You know what I've learned about black folk at wedding? We don't listen to words.
Man,
because a lot of black folk wanted reasons. I remember because my mom, by being a musician, she would play weddings, and she'd be like, people love to always request Earth, Wind, and Fire's reasons. And she's like, you do know the song's about cheating, right? Like, right. You really want reasons played at your wedding, you know? So I think that's the thing. People just see, oh, it's a love song. Like, oh, yeah, I forgot she died, but
I think
the thing with Renee, it's in the hook.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it's in the hook, and it's
in the hook
over and over. Like,
a ghetto love is a law that we live by. Every day I wonder why my shorty had to die.
Yeah. Like, anyway, so Renee's really sad for me. And then I got Everyday Struggle by Big. I just feel like that's just such a raw song. I love it. That's my favorite song. Well, it shares a #1 spot. But anyways, I love Everyday Struggle, and I just feel like Big sort of let us in for that. And then I'm just going to add 2 more R&B joints, both by Sade. These ones just kill me. They literally break my heart when I hear it. King of Sorrow and Somebody Already Broke My Heart. And it's self-explanatory. I mean, Sade's voice is just one of those voices that brings... I don't want to say she has a sad voice, but if she's singing sad lyrics, it definitely the sound of her voice amplifies those lyrics so much more than anybody else singing them. So those are mine.
Speaking of Sade, Porsche, we are blocking anybody who compares Sade to Janae
Fact.
Aiko.
Yeah.
Immediately.
Right now.
This is
Fact.
not happening.
no.
I
At
don't
the end
want.
of the day, don't know me. It's the educator in me to want to educate you. But if you think Janae Aiko or however you know
Whatever.
that,
It don't
however
even
you say it,
It
is
don't matter.
even in the ballpark, she ain't even in the same state. She ain't even in the same country
This
as
is
Sade. And I always want to educate, but at this point in time, you're too far gone. It's like if y'all watch The Walking Dead, if y'all remember when I forgot his name, he got bitten in the arm, they cut off the arm. You may be able to save some of these walkers before it's too. If you think Janae Aiko and Sade the same, you can't be saved. You a walker now, just let them go and just get them out the camp before they turn everybody else.
Not only Janae, it's literally anybody. Sade is in her very own lane. She just is a queen. She's always been that. She's just so far beyond anybody in this sort of modern time that I can't even believe that she would be compared in any capacity. So
Yeah, crazy.
All right, no doubt. Sylvester, what you got, good brother?
All right, thank you, sir. Let's see. For sad, I got my first one. I got I tried Ghetto Boys. When that very first line, when Faith said she don't want to be with me no more. I mean, like the rest of the song, it just kind of went downhill from there. Like nothing got better.
He said it just goes downhill from that first bar. It's just a wrap.
Yeah, you just kind of lose it after that. I got Life Goes On, Tupac.
nice.
That song right there, yeah, it just does its thing to you. Then I got the I Love You remix, Smith and Wesson and Mary J. Blige. It just just one of those songs where you just kind of just sit around and you just just let the day pass you by,
Right.
And then I got This Can't Be Life, Jay-Z, Beans and Face.
Yeah.
That's another one that gets at you. For R&B, I got OJ's Brandy. Now, I guess y'all know the story behind that.
That one out,
About a dog.
Yeah, it's about a dog, but still kind of gets at you. I got I had Aaron Hall, I Miss You, that was mentioned already. And then, believe it or not, I also got Pleasure Principle. Now, I think it's more of the visual on that song that makes me, kind of feel sad. It's just, she's kind of doing her thing. She's just dancing or something about that song.
Them black Guess jeans and a
I was about to say, we too.
Hey, man, I'm telling you, it just, I don't know.
I feel you. It look like she by herself, like she just lonely or something.
Yeah, she got knee pads on and she wrestling with the high school wrestling going. So I'm like, okay, what's really going on?
Oh, boy. That's my
He was like, yo, if you in a room dancing by yourself with knee pads on, somebody go call check on her. Something is wrong with Janet on this one.
Yeah.
That's probably one of my favorite Janet joints too.
Oh yes, sir.
Yeah, no question.
Oh yeah.
So
It's funny you said Pac. I gotta mention this. I Ain't Mad at You. That video too just did it because it just the timing of it was just the two Pac because he just died and the Angel and the Bokeem Woodbine. That one just to this day. And I'm still trying to find out who is this Tupac impersonator doing weddings.
Crazy.
Right, doing I Ain't Mad at You, and people was hyped, like they really thought Pac was back from the dead, like so. Yeah, that's this. At least keep that shit in Vegas, like.
But he was wearing the white suit
with the bandana, boy.
Video.
Right.
Everything just killed me about that video. Who tagged me in it? Which one of you guys tagged me?
I think I did.
Yeah, I did.
That day. Why did you bring this to my TL?
Yeah, crazy. Rack, what you got for your sad joints, good brother?
So for my sad joints, right? Sky's the limit, man. And the main reason is because after he's, you hear the story, and he was like, after he came out the booth, he was like, he the greatest. And it's just like, fuck, you don't get to see or feel or hear anything after that. And that shit is just sad to me. I won't play it in mixes. People ask me, like, nah, I'm not playing that. You know, it fucks me up. It fucks me up. Like, I can tell you exactly where I was when Big passed. Like, that shit was crazy to me.
Yeah.
And to hear that song and him feel like he's the greatest after he did that and he's singing on the shit, nah, I'm good. I don't want to hear that. I can't hear that song. Like, that's the one song, if I'm at a club and somebody plays it, I have to go to the bathroom or I got to get a drink. I just can't fuck with it. It fucks with me. Slipping, DMX. That man was crying out for help.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
That man was crying out for help, and it's a dope fucking song. Yeah. That's the thing that fucks with me. DMX, them 4 years, he was in his bag, and that song, I've never seen DMX perform it, but I've heard stories, and it's just one of them joints, man. When I hear it, I got to go to the next song because it just puts me in a bad mood. You know what I mean? I can't fuck with it. The City, Wu-Tang Clan. If you listen to the song and what it's about young black men getting killed on the block. It opens up. Somebody gets shot. It's a dope song. The beat is fire. Deck comes in and kills it, but it puts me in a mood. I don't like to be in. I think, Porsche, you said it. All that I got is you. You listen to the vocals, man. That's one of the reasons why I do what I do as an Army recruiter, man. I don't want nobody to live like that. You know what I'm saying? If I can do anything in my power to put you in a better position to feed your family, I'm gonna do that. And that song, man, I'm just like, woo. I didn't grow up like that, so I feel a way when people tell me that's how they grew up. You know what I'm saying? It just fucks with me. The last one is Where Have You Been? Jay-Z and Beans. I didn't grow up without my father. I'm a divorced kid. You know, my parents been married 3 times, both of them. So I could only imagine not being able to call your father and not get, you know what I'm saying, advice, talk to him, say what's up. That shit fucks with me, dog. So I have a sweet spot in my heart for people who didn't grow up with their father or just, you know, how I am with my kids. That song is raw. You know, even Beans, when he opens it up, he's like, man, I can't do this. If you listen, he says that. So that song, man, that song tugs at me, man. I don't like to listen to that part of the album. I think that part of the album actually is dark. I don't know if they put it that way to be that way, but that part of the album, I don't listen to. I'll fast forward real quick. So those are my 5, man, that make me sad.
All right, no doubt. JL, what about you?
Okay, I got Dance by Nas. That song reminds me of, really, it was of my grandfather, but now my grandma passed in March. That kind of just takes me somewhere, so it makes me really sad. So I gotta really turn that joint for real. A Change's Gonna Come by Sam Cooke. I only heard that song full twice in my life.
Yeah,
I can't even get through to the second verse because the tears are start, so I have to cut it off. So like when President Obama won and they was playing that all day, I had to cut off the radio. Like I can't do it. That song is like, it haunts you. It feels like death to me.
Correct.
So it's like I can't.
Yeah, especially when they used it in Malcolm X too.
Yes,
like,
that's what I was gonna say. That's what I was gonna say.
It feels like death. Like I can't do it. Mm-hmm. Grandma's Hands by Bill Withers. I can't, especially now. That song I can't do. A Message from Maria by Joe Simon. My grandfather loved Joe Simon, and we still can't. It's been 10 years. We can't even listen to a Joe Simon song without tearing up. So that one. One More Chance by Janet Jackson, her version of.
Yeah, where is that, JR? Because I keep trying to find it, man. Where is that?
It's on YouTube. It's on YouTube. It was like a B-side of on the Janet album. It was a B-side. But it's like so hauntingly, like it haunts you the way she does it, and then her vocals on it, like the way Jimmy and them kind of did the vocal arranging on that joint. It's very haunting. Like I'm like I love the song, but it's so sad. Like it makes you feel sad. That's why I'm like, I actually like Randy's version better than hers. But it's just like her song is dope, but the production makes you feel sad.
It's her voice.
Yeah,
her voice too.
Yeah. Each Day I Cry a Little by Eddie Kendricks. That is on the album with Keep On Truckin', Darling Come Back Home. That song is so sad. The guy that wrote it, he was talking to actually about his mom. So, I mean, that's self-explanatory. And the last song would be Janet's God's Stepchild. That song was like a B-side of Unreleased on the Velvet Rope. It didn't make it, but that song is very, very sad because it's like you don't think you're good enough. And that song, if you really listen to it and you be like, whoa, especially if you're feeling like you're not good enough, that song is like Janet speaking to you. So that one, and the last one is You Don't Understand by Faith. That bridge he get to,
Bernie,
Faith did her 25th thing her live yesterday. And she said that she was crying through the whole song. And she got to the bridge, and Chucky didn't even know she was crying in the booth. And when she finished, she got in the cab and listened to the playback, and she said she cried all the way home because it was about her and Big. So those songs make me sad. So
you know, too, I just thought about what you're doing with your grandmother, Georgia by Ray Charles. That was my grandmother's favorite song. And the craziest thing was when we went to go view her body and we walked in, they were playing it. And our family is very small. It's just my mom, her sister, my uncle, and me. And it was like, we always like, who told them? And everybody's like, nobody. Nobody told them that was a favorite song. So like, that always kind of haunts me a little bit. And Donny Hathaway, A Song for You. I love it to death. I mean, I can listen to it over and over again. I love it. I'll play it back on repeat, but just, you know, it's something about it that it's like Troy to me. It's one of my favorite songs, but it makes me sad. And then I don't know if y'all watch what's the name of that song? Shows. And they on HBO had a show.
My daughter watched it.
And they used it as like the final scene, and it was just perfect. Like it was just incredible, perfect scene of how he did it. So those two too.
And then speaking of that, I was gonna say "Giving Up" by Donny Hathaway. That's my favorite song by him, but that song is so sad. And I call Donny Hathaway like the king of emotion. You don't feel him when he sings something is wrong. Like
I'm wrong with you.
It's even a fast record. You can even feel him on it. So "Giving Up," I got that joint in a record in his frame, and that song is my favorite from him. But that song is sad. You could tell Donny Hathaway was crying for help on that record. Like if you really, really listen to it, you can really hear him like really crying out for help. So that was so.
All right, what you got up next, Eddie?
All right, so yeah, I'm glad you said somber, because really somber is really a better description for these joints. So I got "Cry No More" by Fonte off that No News Is Good News. So that joint, you know, he's just talking about, I believe he's talking about the death of his father on that. And then on the second verse, he's, you know, when he talks about, you know, I'm eating the same stuff that killed him, and you know, and especially how it follows up the song before it, Expensive Jeans. So it kind of follows up and then kind of ties in a little bit, you know. Because it's like, you know, your genes and, you know, just genetically, you're more predisposed to, you know, have things, you know, that will end up killing you. And, you know, the whole concept of cry no more, all right? Motherfuckers can't cry no more when you die no more. You know, there's so many damn funerals, you know? It's like people are all out of tears, you know, basically. So, yeah, that song is just sad. I got Slippin' by DMX. You know, all the same reasons that Rec One said. I mean, you know, DMX just going through so much, and you know, the crazy thing is, you know, you think, you know, putting that on record, you know, pouring out his soul on that, and then he kept going through the same thing over and over throughout the years, you know. So it could be a little hard to listen to. I got and this is a song that it's an instrumental. Don't Cry by Jay Dilla off the Donuts album. And it's already a sad song. I mean, you listen to, you know, the instrumental and the vocal sample, but then knowing, all right, Dilla died after, shortly after that. It just kind of puts the song to a whole nother perspective. It was almost like he was sending the listeners a message with that song, not to cry for him or whatnot. So that's that. I got Water by The Roots. Um, about Black Thought rapping about Malik B, which now, after Malik B passes, after he passed, it just puts the song in a whole nother light. So it's kind of hard to listen to it now without getting emotional about it. Um, and then this one might feel a little left field, but I Got Your Back by the Jizza. And the reason why I put that song is, it paints such a bleak picture of Brooklyn,
Yeah.
and the way he describes it, living in a deadly video game with just one man. Um, and this one towards the end of the joint um, always hits me so hard, where he says, "Little shorties taking walks to the schoolyard, trying to solve the puzzles to why life is so hard. Then as soon as they reach the playground, plow, shots ring off, and now one of them lay down. It's so hard to escape the gunfire. I wish I could rule it out like an umpire." That it just always tugs on my heartstring because it's so vivid, and he's talking about kids, and it's like like you grow up in that type of environment, like you've seen it all too often. Um, so that's why that's on my list. And I only got one R&B song, and that's Charlene by Anthony Hamilton. And there's just so much emotion on that song. Like, I mean, I'm sure there's other songs with that much, but right now I can't think of another. I mean, he just poured his heart out on that, man. I mean, self-explanatory right there.
Yeah, I mean, that whole album is Anthony Hamilton pouring his heart out. That whole album.
Oh yeah.
Vern, what you got, good brother?
All right, I might tear up talking about this, but y'all just bear with me. So the first one is Guess Who by the Goody Mob. Just how they talk about their love for their moms. I wish more people, they talk about Dear Mama, and that's a great song, but I wish more people knew and talked about Guess Who. Peaceful Journey by Heavy D. Talked about T Roy. Two by De La Soul, Trying People. That's off of that's the Bionics album. And then Trouble in the Water, they did a joint with DJ Honda. Love those two songs. Let me see. All for You, Little Brother. Pooh and Fonte pour out their hearts about how their dads left them, and Pooh was just finally got his dad on the phone and he aired them out. And then Fonte talked about how he resented his dad for leaving, and now he's repeating the process. Him and his girl broke up or whatever. So that one. And then I'm gonna just stop with those hip hop, but R&B. One Sweet Day by Boyz II Men and Mariah Carey. I mean, if you don't know, you need to know. This song right here, the first time I heard it was at my little niece's funeral. She died in a fight with her little friend. It's called "Pass Me Over" by Anthony Hamilton. Man, he cracked the door open, the studio door open. And left room for God. And it's sad, but it's so also triumphant, for believers that he says salvation, hope, joy for all of us. So, I listen to it a lot when my little cousin just died. So it's weird how music makes you like this, because I'm sad, but I'm also hopeful. So that's that one. A very, very melancholy and somber song is by Layla Hathaway, "Learning to Swim." Man, that song, Jay, I know. Yeah. And here's one, it's sad, but it's triumphant. "Castaliers" by Tony. "Can I take you to a special place I'll call home? And I know you love being there. Let's take a trip to another place, a place where there'll be birds and songs." So, like, listen to that if you're dealing with a loss, man, because it's gonna leave you hopeful. And Rex auntie, man, I just got to read the words of this song by Karen Willer. It's called "Somewhere." It says, "Fine." I imagine she's talking about. I imagine like somebody gave up a child for adoption. So just listen to the words. Finding out the hard way what losing's all about. Can never tell what we may do or how it's going to turn out. Candle ever burning for you in the dark, calling your name in daily prayer. Always
I think Vern froze up. Let's see if we can get him back in here. All right, so what we gonna do? We gonna go get some hype songs. That's why I did this. I did did the sad in the middle, so we could end on a happy note. So that, right. So,
we all sitting here just like,
it's the method to the madness, y'all. So we want to end on a high note. I ain't want to send this off like this. Hype songs that get you hype. I'm sure everybody will name this. Annie Up by MOP. You throw Annie Up on. There you go. You're probably gonna get robbed, shot, killed, especially if it was in the 2000s. Not right now, but Annie Up, you throw that on, it's gonna happen. Shook Ones 2 by Mobb Deep. I remember when this came out in 95-ish at Morgan, used to have roller skating jams over there off of Pennsylvania Avenue, and I can just remember people would be chilling, but when them first beats of Shook Ones come in, just everybody is like, yo, gotta get back on the floor, gotta get back. You good, Vern?
I'm good.
All right. We went on the hype because everybody was just tearing up.
Yeah, we need to.
Yeah, so we going on to the hype. Shook Ones 2 just can always get me hyped no matter what. Lex Coops, the Beamers, and the Benz, Lost Boys. When you throw that, as soon as that MCA, this is how we do every day. Like me and Freaky Ty. Like, yo, that came on, it's a rap. The Mike Checker remix by Das Effects. The remix, not the original, because the remix starts with the dun dun dun, and it just builds up, and then that thing comes in. That's crazy. I don't know how many people feel about this, but I'll never forget. My man White was on the bus with me one day. He's like, "Yo, Kill, take me, like, go to my house. I gotta get you these CDs." He was working for Rockefeller at the time, and he gave me the CD single to Cameron's Old Boy. To this day, when Old Boy comes on, when I first heard that, I was like, "Yo." First of all, Just Blaze destroyed the sample. Like this, he just tore this Rolls Royce up. So Old Boy always gets me hyped. Grinding by the Clips. This is like 2001. I first started working with kids. I can remember coming into the lunchroom and them just beating on the table. Like that's probably the last song I remember kids beating on the lunchroom tables to make the drums for a song. Like, you know, that was just universal growing up. That's probably the last time. That's what gets me hype on that side. On the R&B tip, Rub You the Right Way by Johnny Gill. Yo, if that comes on, I am in full tick and tack. I used to be a dancer back in Philly. We had a crew called the Tick and Tack Dancers. Yes, tick and tack like the goddamn candy. I know it was corny. Y'all know me and my names back in the day. I was not a good namer. Like, I don't know why anybody let me take any names prior to probably 2011. Like, I was a horrible name picker all the way up to willmakebeatsforfood.com, like literally. So we were the Tick and Tack Dancers. If Rub You the Right Way comes on, I'm in full tick and tack mode. Housequake by Prince. That will always get me hyped when that comes on. Shut up already. Damn, like that gets me hyped. Yeah. On a reggae tip, Murder She Wrote, Shaka Demus and Pliers. If you throw that on, man, it's gonna take. It's 93. Shaka Demus and Pliers. Those are my three hype joints. And just real quick, I'm sorry I forgot a sad one. Maxwell's A Woman's Work. That always made me sad. I remember the first time one of my homegirls called me like, "Yo, Maxwell got this new song. Come through here." I heard it. I was like, "Yo, this shit's so sad as shit. Like, why the fuck you want me? You call me over here to come to hear this sad ass song?" And But woman's work. But other than that, that's what gets me hyped. Porsche, what gets you hyped?
Okay, I got Players Ball by Outkast. I love it. I love the jingling at the beginning. It's a Christmas song. I know it's on my Christmas hip hop Christmas playlist, but it gets me hype any time of year. I don't just listen to it during the Christmas season. I love it. I love everything about it. Their energy is great.
Of course, you know what I love about that song? The fact that it's a Christmas song and nobody knew it was a Christmas song until LaFace told us it was a Christmas song.
Well, the jingling the jingling does sound like bells, like. But
here's the hard part, of course, that was Large Professor's staple. Like Large Professor used to always use the jingle bells, like going all the way back to microphone thing.
It's beginning to feel a lot like what? Like you just want to say. You know what I mean? Like they did that so well.
I mean, I'll say this. I can't speak for nobody else, and y'all know me in lyrics. I'm not the most lyrical listening to person, so I never knew it was a Christmas song.
I mean, I don't want to say like, oh, I knew from the moment I heard the bells that it was like. I don't want to say that, but I can't remember anyone telling me, oh, by the way, that's a Christmas song. I just always maybe wasn't there a video for it and they're wearing Santa hats?
Yeah. Nah, they in the hood.
They're in the hood with that.
Okay, so never mind. I don't know what I'm thinking about then. Okay, yeah, I don't know why I
and is it me? Because I always thought they blurred out. It's beginning to feel a lot like
what? They say what?
What? Right. So like I never got it's beginning to feel a lot like Christmas. I just thought like that's how he set it off. And even when he said what do you say, Vern? No hanging no stockings on no chimneys.
Chimneys, yeah.
Like, and again, I'm the same person who thought Erykah Badu's Bag Lady was about homeless people. So I'm the absolute wrong person. It could just be me. I could be the only person who didn't know it was a Christmas song. But I just know for me, I didn't know it was a Christmas song.
I'm with you, Kel. I didn't know it was a Christmas song.
I mean, maybe I didn't, but I somehow came to know, and I don't remember that I was told.
I just love the fact that it wasn't whack. Like when I think of hip hop Christmas, I'm thinking of Christmas and Hollis, like Run DMC, you know, like. That's what I just love. That even if that they said, "Yo, make a Christmas song to get on this sampler," and this is what you make. Like to me, that's even doper. That you didn't just come with the TLC sleigh ride, like which is a Christmas song. So I thought that made it even doper. So
yeah, I hear you. My second one is "Love, Peace, and Nappiness" by the Lost Boys. Great energy. It's all happy. It's all good. It's either one, hyper happy, either or. I love it. F the Police. I know it's weird, but that gets me hyper. I don't know. I just think it's so matter of fact, and it's just so.
No, that's hype.
I was just gonna ask which one though, Dilla or NWA.
NWA.
Okay, just had that.
That's true because Dilla gets me hype as shit too.
Dilla
gets me hype as shit too. But
I'm talking about NWA.
Fuck the Police at the end of Straight Outta Compton. I mean, it looked like people were gonna start picking up chairs out the movie theater and start throwing them. So especially what was going on, like when Straight Outta Compton dropped and Fuck the Police and everything, Mike Brown and everything going on at that time, like it definitely is a hype joke.
And then I got Cold as Ice by MOP. Honestly, MOP's entire Firing Squad and Warriors album could be hype joints. I love MOP for that. Their energy is unmatched. Maybe only matched by Onyx and DMX in a way, but dope as hell. I love that song. And then Step Into a World, Rapture's Delight by KRS. Yeah. Again, great energy. I love the lyrics. That just makes it. I don't know. It's a hype joint for me.
What you got, Sylvester?
All right. Title track to the album. Cameron, Come Home With Me.
Nice.
Yeah. By the time it gets to Jimmy, man, he just sets the whole joint on fire. I got Fight the Power, Public Enemy. It's a good old marching song. Like I'm ready to just get the cardboard out and make some signs to say something. Just march somewhere.
Yeah.
Eric Sermon, Must Be Music. So, good song.
Very
and
good.
Then the last one that I got that really gets me super hyped, and it's the last verse of this song is Tupac, Pain. He just completely blacks out on the last verse, and if that don't get you hyped, What will?
Dope.
Or
DJ Rec One, what you got, good brother?
All right, man. So I got to put a disclaimer out. I got 2 extras because I don't have no R&B joints.
It's all good.
So I'm gonna come at you from a DJ standpoint. Dipset.
Knock if you bought.
Nah.
Okay.
I kept it hip hop.
Okay, all right.
Dipset Anthem.
That's my list. Yeah.
I've watched motherfuckers spill drinks to that shit. Them doom, doom, doom. Oh yeah, motherfuckers leaning back with that shit. I've watched motherfuckers throw their drinks back on the bar when I drop that shit. Dope song. Wild for the Night, Rampage.
Mm-hmm.
damn, took me.
There's a joke between my college teammates and I. I used to do some wild shit when that song came on. I'm not gonna speak on it on the live. We'll talk about it in the back room. But that joint's a banger. Nothing crazy. Kill. Stop looking at me like that.
I'm not, bro. Hey,
it was 97. What you expect?
it's all good, bro.
Shook Ones. You said it, Kill. I don't got to speak on it. You might want to tuck your chains when that joint come on. Ludacris. Move, bitch. Get out the way.
Get out the way.
Sorry, Porsche. I'm gonna give.
No, it's all good. I love that song.
I'm gonna give a quick story. I went to go visit my homeboy stationed at Fort Hood at the time, and that joint came on at a club on the base. Now, Eddie, as a veteran, you understand the club on base. It's a problem. Yeah. It's a problem. If you ain't got your peoples with you, you might want to go to the bathroom, go to the corner, go find a safe space because it's about to get real stupid. That joint came on. I got elbowed in my chest by 2 shorties. They was that mug. I said, "You got it. I ain't here for none of that." Move, bitch, Ludacris. Come Clean, J. Root. The water drops hit in the club, and you got the right crowd. It's gonna be a problem. It's gonna be a problem. And I got 2 more. This takes me back to a kid going clothes shopping on Jamaica Avenue. JR, you know what I'm talking about. Throw your guns, Onyx.
Yeah.
That joint, man.
Oh yeah.
That joint just had you hype. Anything Onyx from 92 to 95 just made you want to cut your head to the wall. Yeah, Eddie knows.
Like a wire.
They just wanted to make you cut your head.
The whole choir on fire.
That was the first time I heard it too. Jamaica Avenue going clothes shopping for Christmas, winter of '93. And then
you know the crazy thing with that record, you said Onyx, Come Clean, and I always loved how Primo used Onyx and Come Clean because you're dropping some shit.
Primo's a genius when it comes to that shit, man. You gotta have a mind that's clear and clean because we listen to so much music. How do you sit there and say, "Ooh, I got it," and then you scratch it in time at the right times.
You wanna know what's crazy to me now? That people call on Primo just to do scratches.
The scratches, that shit just kills me.
They like, no, sir, no, I don't want the beat. Don't want the beat. Don't make it, don't cook it, just deliver it. And then the thing is they're doing the same with Swiss. Like Swiss will be on the hook.
Just to talk.
And you assume it's Swiss, he made the beat.
No.
Because Conway has a new joint right now out with MC8. That's crazy.
And Swiss on the hook.
And Primo's in the video scratching. And I'm like, ooh, this Preem? Like, okay. I may have to apologize. Yeah. But it's not Preem. He's just doing the scratching. He didn't do the beat. You know what I mean? Or then on this new Black Thought Pusha T joint, Swiss is doing the hook. So niggas was like, yo, Kill, you heard that new Black Thought that Swiss did? And I'm like, nah, Sean C did that shit. So it's just funny how 2 of the biggest producers are now just called upon for like hooks. And that's it.
Crazy. Last one. Soundboy Burial, the remix, the reggae remix with my man.
Remix, the video remix.
Yes, that's right. Boom, boom, boom. It's over. I watched. I never forget this. This is the last party I did in Jersey before I left in Cherry Hill. I did a black party. The next month I did a white party. It was.
I apologize. Black as in black people and white as
no. As far as the theme.
Because I'm about to say my grandfather. I'm going to say because in Cherry Hill it's only white people. So I was just
no. That's where you're wrong, my friend. It's black people in Cherry Hill, New Jersey.
Yes.
Okay.
Do the research.
I'm just saying my grandfather lived in Cherry Hill, and I swear from the time I was 6 till he died 2 years ago, black people were few and far.
It's changed, man. Cherry Hill West,
is
Okay, well,
good.
see, that may be it. Maybe we was in East, so
No, JR, you laughing?
go.
That's a thing. It's Cherry Hill East High School, and Cherry Hill West High School.
Okay, that's what it is. I apologize.
Cherry Hill West. That's closer to Camden.
Okay.
You dropped that Soundboy Barrel, the remix joint, with the reggae version. Man, listen, I watched two girls take their heels off and throw them joints on the couch and just Mary step through the whole freaking song.
That's dope.
It's
Funny
crazy,
story
man.
about that. You know that was made for Helter Skelter,
I didn't know that.
and they wasn't feeling it. And Tech and Still was in the studio like, yo, you don't want that shit? You understand? Like, done deal. Like, so again, you know, one man's trash is another person's treasure.
That's crazy.
I can't
Ruck
see
was
nobody
like,
else doing it.
Sean P was like, nah, I ain't feeling this. And Tech and Still came in and snatched it up.
And murdered it.
Yeah.
That's
All
my
right,
bad.
JR, what you got, good brother?
All right, I got a few of them. Love Thing by First Choice. Time to Get Down by the OJs. If You Love Me by Brownstone. Protect Your Neck by Wu-Tang.
Nice.
Eat 'Em Up, L on LL Cool J. 4321 by LL and everybody. What's My Name by DMX. Chains I've Been Going Through by Mary. Keep On Walking by CeCe Peniston. G-Funk Intro by Snoop.
Yes, sir.
One More Chance, the hip hop remix. Yvette Michelle, I'm Not Feeling You.
Oh man.
SWV Anything. Welcome to New York, Jay-Z and Cameron.
Yeah, nice.
And Faith Evans, the Ali mix of You Used to Love Me. And the Scenario remix.
Yeah.
Tell me this, JR, the Ali remix of Faith, is that Ali Shaheed Muhammad?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. That remix is ill. I like that better than the regular version.
All right, cool. Eddie, what you got?
All right, I got Annie Up. You know, you guys already named it. I mean, that's a gotta have. But right there with it for me is Simon Says. Always
very good, very good one.
I got DMX, Stop Being Greedy. Always gets me hype. Rec already said this one, but Wild for the Night. I remember when that joint came out, and they just used to scratch that Buster part on the beginning just over and over again, just bringing it back. One time, two times, crazy. Then I got the Militia Gangstar, and I mean once you get to that Freddie Fox verse, man, it's just absolutely crazy. I got a couple more, just lesser known, but I got Motown 25 with Royce and Elzai. That joint always gets me hype.
Yes.
I don't think I've heard that. What's that off?
That joint is fire. That's the Black Milk joint, right? Oh.
No, it's on. It's actually on Elzai. It's on the Preface, the Elzai album. But yeah, Black Milk produced it, featuring Royce.
Yes.
And it's just both of them just blacking out. It's nuts. It's nuts. And then I got Hiding Place by Lil Brother featuring Elzai. And Shook Ones, you already said.
Yeah, Vern, there you go.
Yes.
All right. Yo, does Elzai have something new coming out?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes. Dropping in a couple days, actually.
Yep.
On the 25th. But he got a joint. The single might actually drop tonight. He had a clip of it. It was called Jason. It was like his first single. I know Porsche don't listen to singles, so you could close your ears.
Yeah, I won't listen to it, but yeah. It's been good. It's been working out for me, you guys. You guys should try it next year.
I like doing it this way too, for me at least, because I think I stopped doing that when Kendrick dropped. What was the single for the Pimp a Butterfly?
Aye.
All right. And I heard that and I was like, yo, this shit is whack. This shit is whack as hell. I don't like it at all. But then when I hear it in the album, I like it. You know what I mean? And
But it was a different version too.
It's a different version.
And I like in that, but I actually do like the original. But kind of like with that song Ultra Black. If I would have listened to that without hearing the album, I would have been like, I don't like this. But then when I hear it within the album, I'm like, yo, this fits. Like it fits right here. You know what I mean? So I don't think a lot of people, maybe that's to show that I don't know if people are really putting time and effort into making a single. Like, you know what I mean? Like hearing Check the Rhyme 3-4 months before Low End Theory dropped didn't make me be like, oh, I didn't like that, but then I hear the album, I like it. Like I'm seeing that a lot of 2010 on hip hop. That it's like if I listen to the single, then I may not like it, but then I hear the album and I like Check the Rhyme when I heard it on the album. Like there's not too many singles I heard growing up that I didn't like, but then I heard them on the album and it made me like them. Like that's some new 2010 shit. Where it's like I gotta hear it within the album. But so I agree with you on that, Porsche. I'll try my best not to listen to the joints. Vern, what you got for your get hype joints?
I can't count, so I'm about to just rattle.
Well, Vern, tell me this because you are the business dude. Your sock game is impeccable. You shoot it down every day. So I'm intrigued to hear what you are listening to when it's time to close that deal. What are you banging in your car, man? I want to know.
Abadu. Annie up.
Yeah, there you go.
1, 2, 1, 2.
Oh man.
Oh yeah.
National Underground. Yeah. So B.O.B.
I hope you ain't driving to the closing with that joint on, bro.
Man, my baby sister bought for my birthday years ago when Outkast came back and did their reunion tour. Man, Centennial Olympic Park. Every time I go on YouTube and watch when that song comes on, goosebumps jump on my arms, man. That song's Bombs Over Baghdad. Woo. PSA. I mean, I'm like, allow me to reintroduce myself on Walk That Mug. This song, I don't know, man, but I might catch a case on this one. Line 'Em Up by Freeway.
Yeah.
Man, that drum is so hard and that guitar. Whoo.
Yeah.
If you don't drop to your hunches when Dre says engine number 9, you the feds.
That's true.
Bro, like we ain't gotta have you do no coke. I'm gonna just put on some hip hop. I'm gonna put on Lucini and the remix and Choice of Joy. We don't need you to do coke. Right. We don't need you to go shoot nobody. You ain't no top J Reed. Nah, we don't need you. We just gonna play you some hip hop.
I can't believe Vern's the first one mentioning that joint too, man.
Yeah.
Who we be, Vern? Really?
They don't know. Man,
who we be?
Oh, I love this beat, bro. This is my favorite clip song. Popular Demand.
Oh yeah. Oh,
that clip album is crazy.
And the dirtiest part about that is, from what I've heard, what he's talking about with LeBron is true. From word to ear, from some people,
Word?
It's like that's a true story. Ooh. Like that Bron, I had it a long time ago.
Man.
Yo, that's my shit right there. That Popeyes. Woo.
Yeah, that's a dope album. It's slept on.
Yo, Mac, I don't understand how they wouldn't understand you on that Mary joint.
Oh my God.
Just like boom, man, crazy. Somebody already said
the other thing about that, Vern, is another one of those songs where the remix was so big you forget how dope the original was.
Yeah.
Because everybody just always wants to play the flavor in your ear remix. You forget how crazy the first one was.
Right.
The first one was perfect as is. That was Five Mike as is.
Yeah.
Man, Black Milk, like he just spazzed out on that reunion for Slum Village, man.
Yes. Thank you, Vern. Thank you. Kill, have you heard the reunion?
Nah.
Bruh, okay, go on YouTube because he actually was on YouTube in the basement and he found a record that he sampled it from. John Abercrombie, man, that one. And then
I'll definitely check it.
Oh man, and that Dilla verse on there, man.
Insane, because at the time you didn't expect it to happen. Kill, you check it.
Yeah, please check that. All right, so freshman year, Georgia State, man, Poncho, medallions, X-Clan, A Day of Outrage. Woo! The drums on that mug, and then I'm gonna throw some hip hop stuff. Hot music, brother. Woo. Hot music, man.
Soho?
Yes, sir. So it's funny, man. I always laugh at I'm keeping it real, dudes. Dude, the best clubs when I was in college was them dance clubs, bro. With CC Peniston finally, the
Yeah.
girls were, and that's all I'm saying. You know, y'all can have. I love this joint by Fun by Tony on the Sons of Soul album. That mug gets me hyped.
Mm.
And two dance halls. Dolly My Baby remix with Super Cat.
Super
I
Cat.
hate Puffy with that gravelly voice, but I love the song. Kimbo King, by Reggie Stepper. Original. Oh,
Vern, you know about that?
brother, come on, man. Bro, listen,
Hey,
I love
JR, you would swear that he was in Brooklyn around the time. God,
man, listen. The best time of my life.
Original Timbo King.
You know what?
Hey, Rex, check this out. Check this out, bro.
Timbo King.
I was sounding like a lunatic asking different DJs like on social media, man, what's that song? It's kind of like a Murder She Wrote beat, and he goes, and everybody looking at me with blank stares.
They don't know
but
what
my man DJ Applejack, he said Kimbo King, and I had to buy a T-shirt because of that. But man, freshman year in Georgia State was great. Here's why: I'm from the Midwest, so gospel, R&B, and house music. So I got that. Then I moved here. I got Miami bass with Luke and all that stuff. Then I'm still hip hop, so DOS effects and all that stuff. Then I got the CC Peniston, and then we used to go to the Mug and the Royal for the dance hall, man. So I had it all. Last one, Strafe. Set it off on the left, y'all. Set it off.
Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Oh yeah!
I got a story.
Yeah,
I got a story.
Go ahead.
I was in basic training. I'll never forget this. We was getting ready to do a 10-mile run, and they had music playing, and that's what's playing. I'm in formation. Getting it. Yo, my drill sergeant walks up behind me. He goes, "Hey, Pride, ain't no dancing in formation." I'm like, "Drill sergeant, this is set it off." I got smoked before a 10-mile run. Eddie, I got smoked before a 10-mile run. Dog, I didn't make it.
I bet you didn't.
Vern, thank you.
You lost your ever-loving mind.
I did. But for set it off, it was worth
man.
Word.
You want to get the party started? Throw that on.
Bro, it's funny you were talking about Georgia State with Onks and everything. I don't know if cats can see this. I'll send it to y'all. But this is me back in Philly.
Hey.
You see, I got the Onks on, got the Malcolm X button, got the Malcolm X button and everything. Like, yo, back in the day, they used to call me Kill X. Like, I was dead ass. Words born of Jesus. I would be debating my Black history teacher. Like, I was super duper pro black of the blackest. What was that? I'm bliggity black and I'm black. I was the blackest bliggity black person you knew. Like, I'm talking about walking around with like the autobiography in my hand, like just reading it in the hallways. Like, I was Kill X. So I feel you on them Onks and everything like that. All right, y'all. Dope show. Prayer for
Hold on.
people.
I got some more kills. I'm sorry, man.
Yeah, keep it going. Keep the party going.
I got a boss up section when I'm just I'm on my boss. That Maybach music.
Which one? Because it was like Maybach Music 23.
I want to say it's one. It's got Kanye West, Lil Wayne, Ross. I think those are the three on that one.
I want to say that may be two.
Two. Two. And what's the dude singing it? What's my boy? The auto tune man.
T-Pain.
T-Pain. Yeah, that one. Man, Aston Martin music will make you, if you driving in Ford Escort, you put on Aston Martin music, you would think you floating on a luxurious European ride. Victory Lap, I'm a Hustler, we got our own thing, and Let's Get It by G-Dep. That's my boss.
Yes.
Oh, let's get it.
Sound like you about to go get a check, Vern. I like
yes,
that.
sir.
Yeah. It's funny you said that G-Dep, because Special Delivery still gets me hyped to this day. I'm mad that they made it a Lil Wayne song, but yeah, the OG Special Delivery is definitely on my hype list. So you had more, JR?
I had. He said one of mine, but my other one was actually Third Eye and Group Home with Ease Up.
Ooh, Ease Up off the Who's the Man soundtrack.
Damn.
Man, I see you, JR.
Okay, JR.
Yeah,
I see you, Playboy.
I listen. I forgot to say it.
I
see you, R&B representative with that Third Eye Ease Up.
That's my.
And then Vern mentioning
Flex used to play that a lot on Friday night street jam. So yeah,
that was my shit.
Yeah.
Vern mentioning all them dance hall joints remind me of Head Tie by Mr. Vegas. Yeah, that was my joint.
Yeah.
Okay,
man. I mean, dance hall could be a whole thing in itself. I mean, Little Vicious Freaks with Dougie Fresh was crazy. Freaks was
oh yeah.
Kill, you remember Club Pegasus?
Out in Jersey?
Philly.
Nah, I don't remember Club Pegasus. Well, keep in mind, I wasn't a big club dude like that. I was Bahama Bay and Gotham. Like those were the extents.
Hey,
I was never a big club dude. And again, you got to remember, Rec, I don't do rejection good. So if I ask a girl to dance, she says no, it's time to leave. Like we got to go home. Like other niggas is having fun. I'm like, hey, everybody, I drink. So time to go home. So
I'm trying because if you ain't never been to a club in Philly, you will get rejected.
Right. So that's my thing. I'm not. That's why people don't. That's why they stop going to clubs with me because they like he'll get rejected. It's time to go. Like when the comedians say you get caught and they be like, yo, you come out, Tyrone. They caught us. Like no, nigga, they caught you, not us. They just caught you. We ain't going to jail tonight, nigga. That time to go. So no, I was never a big club person. Like if it wasn't at like a Morgan party. Yeah. I really didn't do clubs like that. But Bahama Bay, if y'all know about Bahama Bay and Philly back in the 90s, right there on the water, they had sand, they had volleyball. It was like you really thought you was at a trip.
Delaware Ave.
Hey, Kill.
Yeah, Delaware Ave. Definitely dope place. So prayerfully, what are you going to say, Vern?
If you ever get collect call from inmate Vernon Chandler, no, I was listening to either Let's Get It On by Smith & Wesson, and I caught a case, or man, the bass line on Live Niggas by Onyx.
Yeah.
All right, that's
I think Onyx, for them, especially those first two albums, all that is just get hype music. Even my favorite Onyx song is probably Last Days. And even that's crazy. Yeah. You know what I mean? And that's a little more calm down and throw your guns and all of that. But even Last Days is crazy.
Just everything about that whole beat, the song, the sample.
Yeah. Just an incredible piece of work.
Can I add two more?
Okay. I'm not saying nothing. So everybody, I'm gonna just wait till everybody. I'm gonna just wait till we silent for about 10 seconds. Keep on going. Just keep going.
I just want to add I Am Woman by MC Lyte is dope, and also Unity by Queen Latifah, which I love.
Oh yeah.
That's it.
Who you calling a bitch? Hell yeah, boys. That's what I'm talking about.
I put some dead in his eye.
I love that song.
All yours. I'm good.
Nope. We are doing 10 seconds.
Okay, here we go.
I told you we got more.
In my encouragement, Tomorrow by Tevin Campbell and Quincy Jones.
I was just going to say that.
This gives me hope. Greater Than the Sun, Zoe and Fonte. You can laugh if you like, you can cry if you want, but you must realize there's nothing greater than the sun. You already said Optimistic. B by Common. And Touch the Sky. Kanye with Lupe. That's my encouragement. Peace. My peace songs, then I'm done. Lyrics.
See, Porsche? You was like, yo, go do your thing. I'm like condo. This is what I listen to. If it's a single family house, this is my soundtrack. I like to go over here. We just done with a regular old apartment. This is my 5-song playlist. We doing mansion? Oh, this is my mansion playlist.
I'm like a Baptist preacher. As I head towards my clothes. Nah, nigga, that's another 45 minutes. You know it. All right, a peace mix. Troy, Lyrics to Go, Verses from the Abstract, 93 Till Infinity, YZ in the Tower of Power, Flight of the Blackbird with Fonte and Zoe, Electric Relaxation, Quick's Groove 2, Porsche. You know that one, Porsche, right? Quick's Groove. DJ Quick.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
That song's on yours? On your piece?
Oh yeah.
This is your piece?
Yeah, okay. Quick's Groove.
Yeah. That's a vibe.
Last one is a house song by Frankie Knuckles, the Whistle song.
Yes.
Peace.
Oh.
Yeah. All right, I'm done. I'm throwing my
And I just got one more. One more of my happy. One more of my happy. That's it. And I'm done.
Yo, I'm in no rush. I work from home. I don't do shit. I'm good. I'm in no rush. Brian got to sound out. I'm good. Brian got to get people in the army. We can stay here all night.
I'm good. I can be here all night.
Yeah.
And I'm going off of R&B one. It's Gladys Knight and the Pips. Make yours a happy home.
All right, so I got since Darren is bringing up categories, you know, I had I had my angry category, you know. So my angry category, you know, I got fuck the police, NWA.
Let's calm down. Eddie got his angry category.
I got Fuck the Police by NWA, Fight the Power, angry. Public Enemy, Hit 'Em Up. I got Hate Me Now by Nas, and I got Sheesh by Tracy Lee.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's it.
All right.
I ain't saying nothing for 10 seconds because somebody gonna be like, I got my after the First Baptist reunion. I like to play this. This is my after church playlist. You know, after I leave the sanctuary, that's what I like to play. That's my after church playlist. So I'm gonna I'll give everybody an opportunity.
God be with you.
Oh God! All right. I'm telling you, somebody else got one more category. It's one more song somewhere out there. It's like a church prayer. There's one more amen out here somewhere. And the Spirit telling me don't move. There's one more amen. There's one more person who ain't saved yet. Now, God is pulling on my heartstrings that there is someone who did not come to the Lord today. And I'm not moving until we get that one more soul. So whose soul is the soul? Is the soul today? You don't have to join this church. It's not about that. It's not about you joining this congregation. There are many churches out here. I'm concerned with saving souls. So I refuse to move until I hear one more song. I'm not moving. We will just stay quiet, keep singing. Brother, until we get one more soul, we are not moving. We will stand still and wait for the Lord to lead us on out of here tonight. So where is the soul? Who has the soul? Who stole the soul? Who stole it? I'm not moving until I hear one more song from somebody out here.
Of course, they mentioned nothing Tupac.
Because we've all been to a black church, and you like, somebody go up here. I'm saved. I'm just going, come on, because it's 4:30. The ball game is going past this week. Backslid. Just comments. We got to go home today, so I will just be the soul. So we ain't moving until we hear one more song. So,
oh my God,
ain't nobody gonna see that 4:15 football game. So somebody gotta come up with a song, or we not moving.
All right, man.
He's really serious.
I'm dead. Where's the soul?
Let me go find my list again. Let me unball it.
California
Just Fine remix, Mary.
What'd you say?
Just Fine remix. It gets me hype. I'm Mary.
See, that's a shame, brother, because that's how people be trying to get out of church. You just came up with any song. JR like Mary. I'm joking.
Portia says something.
Portia say California. Portia just want to go see the 4:15 football game. That's how you just be like California love.
California is a hype song.
All right, and Bird, what else you got? Because I know you had to go get the balled up list.
I think I named everything. Oh yeah.
All right. So that was my soul. That was one more soul. So all right, y'all. So
you got a soul searching list.
See,
what I listen to when I'm searching for answers.
This is what I listen to when I'm searching the answers from God. When I ask God, should I move left or right? I like to play Donnie McKirkland's,
where do we go from here
where do we go from here with Johnny Gill, Stacey Lattisaw? When I have to make decisions, is where do I go from here? Ralph Tresvant's what I got to do. the breakup song category. You know,
There's no easy way to break somebody's heart, James Ingram.
right? Oh God! Have y'all been in a church service like that when you want to go home and the pastor is like, "Look, God told me to wait," and I'm like, "Are you sure this was God? Like God, not First Lady, but God told you to wait. We just gonna wait."
God told me that someone's gonna bless the church today.
Yep.
Someone's gonna give $200.
Oh God.
I don't know who it
Don't
is.
get me started. Don't get me started. All right, y'all. Very dope show. Prayerfully, we gave y'all some laughs, some cries, some more laughter. Prayerfully, you know, and this is all about, just the joy that music can bring. You know what I mean? Especially during times like this, where you need some joy. So, prayerfully, everybody can get their songs that get them hype, happy, all those great things, everything like that. Vern, let them know where they can get with you when it's time to buy the condo, house, mansion, everything.
At V the Loan Closer on Instagram, V Chandler 10 on Twitter.
All right, Eddie Got Soul. Where can they get at you, good brother?
Yes, sir. On Instagram at Eddie Got Soul, on Twitter at Eddie D80.
All right, JR, the R&B representative and the R&B guru. Let them know all about all your shows and everything that you're doing.
Right. On Mondays, I do current R&B bangers on my show, Junior's World of Soul. It's on YouTube. You can catch me on Instagram, JR World of Soul. On Tuesdays at 8 o'clock with Elise. We do our R&B representative show where we pick like an artist or we pick like a category or something and we talk about it, go crazy for like an hour and a half. It's dope. But our website is rnbreps.com. Y'all can check out the shows. You got some prizes you can win and all that good stuff. So check that out. And you can catch me on Twitter at Muzik Soul Nick and Instagram at JR World of Soul.
Y'all giving away shit? Y'all serious? Y'all official?
Yeah, somebody just won an Al Green vinyl that we got.
Oh, okay.
So speaking of Al Green, y'all saw him post on Twitter.
Portia did that, yes.
Yes.
Yeah, Al Green
I gotta step my game up. We gotta start giving some shit away on Apartment 5B.
Yeah,
I got every episode. I'm gonna have to pull out a piece of vinyl and start having to give it away.
Well, now I ain't giving away. I'm going to buy one, but I ain't giving my
Al Green vinyl.
JR, you've been to the crib. You know it's vinyl in the linen closet. I'm trying to get rid of. I got too much vinyl in here, so I told you come down and get some. I told you come down the next time and get some. Right, what you got, good brother?
Oh man, so I just got picked up, man. 98.5 FM out in Denver. I'm doing Fridays and Saturday nights, 9 o'clock, man. So that's dope, man. I'm blessed when it comes to that, man. Wednesdays, Texas Fleet Radio, 8 o'clock, man. Download the app. The foundation, I'm gonna still start posting it on Mixcloud, but these radio shows, man, it's getting crazy. So I'm having to make something out as far as the foundation mixes, man. The radio shows take precedence. New album dropping the end of the month. Instrumental album. Just trying to be better, man. That's it.
What's the app we gotta download, Brad?
Texas Fleet Radio.
Okay.
Catch me at DJ Rec1 on Twitter and at DJ Rec1 on Instagram. Man, this was one of the funniest shows, man. I'm sorry, I got like my jaws are sore from laughing.
Yo, yeah,
I needed it.
I needed that.
But you see how the spirit moves, Rec. We needed some laughter, you know.
Sure.
So that was definitely a good thing. Porsche, let them know.
Just on Twitter at Cherchez La Porsche.
Yeah, loves Troy, hates Drake. Again, you have to be an asshole to fuck this up. I'm literally dumbfounded. Like, I'm literally praying for Naomi because I'm like, these are some dumb mofos that are out here in the world right now. How you messing this up?
Listen,
I don't know what else to say to somebody.
Someone today said that they would prefer, and I'm so sorry I had to bring this up, but someone said they would prefer a Drake feature over a Hove feature, and I nearly died, like right then and there. This episode was almost going to be like a service for Portia because I almost died.
Here's the problem, Portia.
I'm going to block you.
This is what I've had to realize with Twitter. There's no there's all right in Cheltenham Mall. This was the hood mall around my way in Philly, and it worked like this: the little kids would be at the mall all day on Saturday, and they go to like the 4 o'clock movie or the 6 o'clock movie. Then when it was the 8 o'clock movie, the kind of cool kids came out. You know what I mean? But they still had to be home by 10. Then at the 10 o'clock movie, that's when like me and my crew would go. That's when the shit would get shot up and all of that shit. So to me, Twitter is like Cheltenham Mall, but all at the same time. Like we're all in there together. Like I didn't even step foot in Cheltenham Mall until 9:30 at the earliest. So that's what Twitter is. Twitter is all these 10-year-olds to 60-year-olds all in the mall at the same time.
Yeah.
And it's just all mixed together. So you may bump in with somebody who's gonna say some dumb shit like Janae Eichel is better than Sade. See, we didn't bump into them little kids. We didn't bump into that shit because you couldn't come out and play when it was 10 o'clock. You was already in the house in your pajamas. We just coming out the house to get ready to go out. So that's the thing with Twitter is that's why I'm like really like you the 4 o'clock crowd. Like y'all start seeing me putting things on a timeline. Like you probably had to be in the house by 6 o'clock on a Saturday night, right? Right. See, I didn't even get out of bed. I didn't even get dressed till 7 o'clock. So this is why I can't go because you was at the mall with the little kids. So that's how we gotta look at stuff real quick. Brandy and Monica, I enjoyed it. I see JR is a little upset. I feel like Brandy won, so that should probably make a lot of people happy. I'm gonna pray for Brandy because I don't know who let her come out the house in that outfit. We gonna
and Monica looked a mess. I'm sorry.
They did, but Brandy looked extra. Like you had to get on a plane to fly to Atlanta in that outfit. No.
Yes, with a turtleneck on, she was wrong for that.
Yo, T was like, "Yo, is it winter in Atlanta? Like, is Atlanta usually hot? Like, what the hell is going on?"
It's 93
But I think the funniest thing was just seeing those two interact and how much Monica does not fuck with Brandy. Brandy was trying to hug her. I felt like Brandy was trying to say things and kept putting her foot in her mouth. And when she did sideline ho, I don't know. I mean, Brandy's face was just this, telling her 19-year-old daughter to cover her ears. Your 19-year-old daughter, uncle is Ray J. She know all about sideline hoes. Yeah, she know all about sideline hoes. She's seen the video with Kim Kardashian.
Don't get it twisted.
Your uncle is Ray J. The last thing you need to do is say cover your ears because of a song. But JR, what'd you think of the battle?
I mean, it was cool. I mean, it started to get kind of boring at the end because you could tell Brandy was trying to be hype and Monica was just like, I'm not here for this. You know what I'm saying? Like she was trying to sing, she was trying to do all that. Brandy is awkwardly corny. Like it is what it is. That's how she is. Yeah. She's just awkwardly corny, and Monica just don't fit in that.
But remember, that's what I was saying when we was talking about that. When I was saying Brandy really wants to be Monica, because
say that.
Well, I think Brandy knows. I don't know too many people who are corny and they enjoy being corny. Like Brandy, some part of
she enjoys being corny. That's her.
I mean, I just think Brandy wants to have a little street love. I think Brandy wants just a little bit of street love, and she's not getting that. I mean, I could be wrong. Neither here nor there. What was I gonna say? Eddie, what do you think about the battle?
I thought it was dope. I thought it was fun. I mean, brought back a lot of the jams that I remember. From the early albums, even some of their later albums that I messed with even more, like the Monica After the Storm album is probably my favorite album from her. So yeah, I thought it was dope. I thought it was fun. I mean, I started taking score early, but I just let that go after a while. I was just enjoying it.
I almost felt like the second half became promo time. Because then it was like, hey, I got a new album out. Hey, here's 2 new songs. Yeah. I felt like the battle just stopped, and it just was like, oh, we got 1.2 million people in here. I got a new album out that's in stores right now. Bird, what did you think?
I didn't watch it.
You could have played my cousin verse longer though.
Mr. Malik?
Yes.
That's your cousin?
That's my cousin. Yes.
Oh shit, man! He lived in Willingboro for a while, right?
He did. Mm-hmm.
Driving around in the Toyota 4Runner at 16. Catching up all the shorties. That shit was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Vern, you didn't watch the wreck. Did you see it?
Yeah, man. The poetry killed me, dog.
Poetry.
I mean, I liked watching it. It was cool. But I agree with y'all, man. I just felt like Monica was cringing being there. You know what I'm saying? It just.
That's why
I think Brandy said something like, "We a group," and Monica like, "We ain't no group."
I just felt bad for Brandy.
Yeah. Porsche, what about you?
Yeah, I watched it. I was in and out because it was just kind of boring in a way. They were just sitting there. I mean, this battle was the exact polar opposite of the Bounty Killer Beanie Man one, if that makes sense. Like, it's just, I don't know. I mean, it was okay. I love to hear Brandy's joints. I thought it would be a little closer than it actually was. I gave it to Brandy like by a landslide, really.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, like
wow.
prior to that, I was like, oh no, I think Brandy's going to take it, but I think it's going to be really close. And, you know, because Monica's got some joints, but I don't know. Like, I mean, Brandy's joints were awesome. I love them. I mean, I enjoyed it for the most part. But I wish they were a little more excited to be there. And Brandy did her part. Like, she tried. She did try to kind of get that energy going, but Monica is just not the one to reciprocate that energy at all. So it kind of fell flat.
I think what the thing is Brandy did try, but I think Monica recognized that it wasn't genuine. Like,
maybe.
You know,
but
the energy wasn't genuine, so she was like, nah.
Listen, they're artists, and I feel like with being an artist, you sort of have to also be a performer, and that would have been like, you have 1.2 million viewers, the most out of any battle ever, like versus battle. Like, have some showmanship there. There was nothing like Brandy tried, you know, and it wouldn't seem so disingenuous if Monica reciprocated it a little bit.
Right.
She didn't. So then it made Brandy seem like overboard.
Like she was thirsty. Like she was thirsty.
Try hard. So yeah, for me it was just a little weird. It was a good matchup in a way, but I wish almost like in hindsight, I wish Timbo and Swiss had picked different people to pair them with. I get why they went up against each other, but I wish, like, I feel like maybe it would have been cool if they were with other people in a way. I don't know how to describe it. It just fell flat.
I see what you're saying. I think it would have been dope if somebody would have said, Monica, get up there and act for 2 hours.
Right.
Like, you want to act. You was in ATL, right? You want to fucking read lines.
Exactly.
Get up here and act like you like her for 2 hours.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And call it a day. Because that's how Brandy was like. She was like, yo, we got 1.2 million viewers here. Like, we a group. And Monica's like, no, we not. You know, like, and it was just this constant back and forth of, you know, because Monica said in the beginning, when these verses first started, people was like Brandy versus Monica. And Monica was like, no, I don't want to do it.
But it's like Brandy had media training. She knows.
That's exactly that's
Monica does not. She never had it. So Monica is just who she is. Brandy, on the person we're getting on these lives ain't really her. She knows how to act in front of the camera. You know how they do back in the 90s.
Yeah.
Media training. This is how you do it. This is how you perform for the cameras. Do all that. Dallas didn't let Monica do that. He just was like, be you and just do you.
Yeah, and that's cool, but it's just such an opposing. It was just so opposing that
it was so opposite. Yeah,
it was so opposite that it made Monica look like jaded and upset, and then it made Brandy look like a try-hard
clown.
Like, it just it didn't work. I wish they were just a little bit more on the same page, because then it would have been a little bit of a more engaging performance for us.
Doing the thing that Missy made her do it.
Yeah,
right. That was nothing. Here's the thing. Yeah, are you talking about the media training? In the media training, did that come with how to dress when you on TV in front of 1.2 million people?
He's independent now. That's why that outfit was horrible. So yeah.
Right, cool. Just making sure.
They're both independent. That's why they looked a mess, honestly. But
I think one of the funniest parts when Brandy was like, yeah, and this was off the Wait and Excel soundtrack, and Monica's like, oh, they ain't called me.
Oh, she was tight. Oh, she was hot. Oh, she was hot. She was hot because
Brandy was like, well, no, you just came out and blah, 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 blah. She was like, yeah, they ain't called me. And then Brandy's like, well, this is what Babyface taught me since I was called. So
Monica was mad already because Brandy was wearing her shoes from that video. She did that on purpose.
Yo, was I the only one that peeped that?
She did that on purpose. I'm trying to tell y'all, yo, them shoes before you walk out of my life, Brandy wore them for real, to be shady. Because then when Monica talked about it, Brandy was like, oh yeah, I saw a picture before we got here. And you wearing the shoes? Got it. Okay.
Yeah. Shade on a million different levels. Again, my brother Grab Lovers t-shirt line up at humblemonarch.com. You see me, JR, rocking it. Porsches is in the mail. Support that. You already know what it is. Kill Apartment 5B on Twitter, 88kill889 on IG. We'll make beatsforfood.com. I will check y'all next week, good people.
Yeah.